If you really want to have better sex, then you need to stop having it. Let me explain. As a relationship coach for powerful, successful, and ambitious Black women, and as a happily married wife of 14 years, I know a thing or two or 10 about how to have the most amazing intimate experiences possible, how to have better sex and bigger explosive moments. And one of the key ways to do that is to actually stop having sex altogether. Hear me out. The biggest facilitator of great sex is deep intimacy. And you build intimacy separate from that physical activity and the intercourse. And so many women try to skip the intimacy building process because they just want to be chosen by a man. They just want to be in a relationship and have partnership, that when you do get to the stage of the physical intercourse, it's lackluster. It's not as good as you wanted it to be, or it's just downright whack. And a lot of women will simply accept the fact that the intimacy is not there and that the intercourse is not where you want it to be. But you don't have to do that. There are ways that you can improve it. And the first way is by stepping back from the physical act and building the emotional intimacy first. This is why I give my clients a touch timeline when they're dating for love and commitment and they want to build a healthy relationship. Because taking the time to really put the bricks in place for a foundation of intimacy is going to ensure that you have a healthy sex life and a healthy relationship the entire time that you are in it. The first thing that you want to make sure that you do is to prioritize intimacy and have the conversations with your potential partner about how important intimate connection really is. This means that you have to actually be in the partnership for the benefit of both you and your partner. Sometimes we look at men as just an accessory, just a box to check off, especially if you are an accomplished woman who has degrees and who makes a certain amount of money and is paying all of your bills. You think that you need the man just to add into the life that you've designed for yourself. But really and truly, it's about growing you as a person, growing you as an individual, and expanding your idea and your perspective of the world. Building deep intimacy with your partner has a profound impact on who you believe you are, your level of self-worth and self-confidence, and how you decide to show up in the world. And this is why it's so important to prioritize intimacy and to put the sex on the back burner until you know that there is an actual, a real, and a deep connection. So some of the simple ways for you to build intimacy are to actually listen to your partner, to ask questions that give you an opportunity to really hear him speak, to hear him share his perspective, and to have a real level of care and concern for the wants and needs that he expresses. Communication is going to be a key factor in intimacy building so that you two can hear each other, so that you can receive each other, and so you can create a safe space for each other based on the communication and the conversations that you're having. Another way to build intimacy is to set a rule from the very beginning that you will wait to have sex. I have a 90-day timeline that I develop with my clients, and there are touch markers and pointers along that. You could always work with me, the link is in my bio, to create something like that of your own, or you could simply say, I am going to wait this amount of time before there's any physical intercourse so that I can learn if this is a person that I actually want inside of me. Another way to build intimacy with your partner is to do mindfulness activities together. You're in the same room, but you're both journaling, right? You're having your own individual emotional experiences, but in the collective togetherness, to meditate together, to go on walks or even retreats together, to spend time in nature, even to do personal development exercises or workshops that are more long-term with your partner, where you are growing as an individual and having an individual experience in the confines of a space where your partner is also there with you. So you're growing and you're developing, you're seeing each other in vulnerable states, and you're sharing this sacred space with one another. Ultimately, intimacy is the key that unlocks the door to better sex and bigger orgasms and more passion in your relationship and in your life overall. And so I want you to make a promise today that you will prioritize intimacy over intercourse because you are looking for love and commitment. I'd love to have you join me in my 7-day dating boot camp. If dating for love and commitment is something that you want, we start on August 12th and it runs through August 16th. Tap the link in my bio so that you can sign up, join us, and I'll see you on the start date.